Hi, everybody, and welcome back after an extended break to the past. How many lesbians per capita are in this scene? Three-fourths.
Boy,
Welcome to
howdy,
Rhyme of the Frost Maiden.
boy, howdy, Mars. Thanks for that. That is sure a lot of lesbians per capita. And now back to the news. Um, Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate: Descent into Avernus. Last we left our heroes, they were stuck in the well, they weren't stuck. They had traveled to the past for the purposes of recovering another piece of an orderer, a space-time travel and maintenance device being worked on by the archmage Mordenkainen inside the Tower of Urm on the plain of Avernus in the year of our Lord 1493 DR. And, however, we pick up with the party in 1492 DR, or 1491 DR, whatever. Amidst the ordaining of giants, and they traveled into the fire giant keep Ironslag, uh, and learned that the piece of the order that was being used potentially to drive some sort of function inside Avonadod, a large mechanized suit of armor that giants once used to fight dragons, had been relocated elsewhere by the Duke Zalto's wife. Um, and that location was Hutton Shul, a temple to the All Father that is in a mixed state of maintenance. The party was led through its halls. Um, and eventually found a secret chamber where they were set upon by some mysterious cultists bearing extra finger digits and a froghemoth with
Hmm.
its noodly appendages. At which point, the party was able to recover the piece of the order that they had been sent back in time by Mordenkainen to recover, and it is actually there that we will pick up back at the hut before you all um, sort of phone home to have Mordenkainen retrieve you through time, so you could have some moments before flashing back to what is your reality.
Also, we had just asked the burning question that was left previously. Does Marty like Jeremina?
Love.
Ah, yes, that was one of the lingering questions that Sam had quite a bit of time to think on. So, with that, um, a bit of the winds from the spine of the world rattle the windows and shutters of Helbrid's hut, and with that, I will turn it all over to you.
So you don't love her.
Marty takes a long moment to think about it and says, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I, it's complicated.
I I don't I'm not you won't find me disagreeing. Is this the night before or the morning of?
Night before, I don't think we've gone to sleep yet.
That is entirely up to you guys.
Great, it's the night before.
Oh Lord.
Um,
She is very nice though.
I think Helgard will. I think she kind of looks at like the far upper corner of her hut and um she's gonna think. And she's thinking, and I think when she thinks, she spends a lot of time like squinting, then widening her like not someone who is masking how intent her thoughts are. Um can someone roll me a d20, just a flat
On it.
d20?
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna see if this gets picked up by the fucking microphone so you can hear the effect. That's a 9.
Okay.
Here?
I don't know what's happening.
I think she's been leaning against the wall, and then she will lean off of the wall, fully standing. Um, and she'll say, I'm gonna go set up my tent outside. It's going to be crowded. I like my privacy. Marty?
Yes.
She'll
But
gesture at the door.
Yvonne is gonna look at Marty and be like, she has that look of, it's a look of disbelief, and at the same time, you better, you better.
Were you implying Margaret?
Sex.
Okay.
I'm propositioning you sexually.
Yes. Yes.
Erotic, not erotically. I'm not capable of that.
That's fair.
I say go for it.
Do you have
Thank
protection?
you, Siobhan. Well, yes, of course.
Marty will lower her head.
Well, I mean, it's not going inside of you.
That's fair. Oh, good to know. Uh, she's thinking almost as
We
long as she did about that and says, "All right, whatever, sure."
Wonderful. I will see you all in the morning, perhaps sooner, in case I need to retrieve items from inside of the hut. If you have need of anything, Minnow is more than capable of stewarding the two of you. There's food in a nice chest out back. And then she will open the door. Femmes first. Leave.
Marty will sigh. Lord, wave at everyone, and will exit.
Have fun
When Marty exits, Helgard will close the door, um, and she'll say,
and lock it from the outside.
"Yeah." No, she closes it while she's inside, and she'll look at the two of them, and she'll say, "How soon are you leaving in the morning?"
So I would say, Jago, how you feel about sleeping in?
Speak quickly.
So I'd say, the equivalent of noon around here is when we'd get going.
Wonderful. I won't take that long. Um, I'm not capable of that. Um,
She's got
contrary,
EV3. EV3 can carry her around for a little bit.
uh,
I believe EV3 looks confused as to why it is still in the room, but Marty is out of the room, and it's just kind of
AV3?
all right.
Sleep mode. Does it have a sleep mode?
All right.
Anyways, contrary to popular belief and the way that my appearance is, I'm not that good. So Marty is in for disappointment. Goodbye. And she'll open the door and leave.
Oh my god. Well, somebody in the party had to get some. Party deserves it.
Siobhan, seething.
Mm. Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
And
so, so I used the soulmate rules. You rolled a 9, I rolled an 8.
holy shit!
no!
Oh shit!
No, I just mean for determining if Helgard was going to proposition or not.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Don't give me a heart attack.
sorry,
Jesus Christ. It was a D20.
yeah,
100. Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
No, I was just not doing
Mm,
like a DC, but like a within 5, but I
Within
did within
range.
3. So that
mm,
was rolling an 8, insane. Um, propeller spin next morning,
mm,
The little weather
unless
vane, it's like
Marty
the sun is rising, the weather vane on top is spinning around.
mm.
unless
Uh, I'm debating on. Well,
I am
in the
firmly
morning.
grasping onto the edge of the frame to do a
Firmly
George
grasping,
Lucas
are you?
do a George Lucas wipe on this scene if I need to.
So Marty is well rested in the morning. Helgrid is not. There, Helgrid has a type. Helgrid has unfortunately found what her type is, and
He
it
really
is
did.
bossy women.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And the majority of what happened is her being like, "Listen, you just burned the shit out of yourself. I'm going to like give you a back massage, and we will cuddle, and then we'll go from there."
Helgrid,
um
Morning King, bossy women.
Ah.
Helgard is in the hut at 6 a.m. cleaning and whistling and disturbing everyone's sleep. Um, she's like, "Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone had a great night." She's
Apparently
got
you did.
breakfast. Delightful. Breakfast is served at like 7:30. Um, she's like tidying up the papers around the hut, like actually cleaning and organizing for once.
Is
Um,
Marty also back in at 6 a.m. with Helgren?
Marty would come in around 7 once she starts smelling breakfast from out in the tent. She is wearing Helgrid's shirt, and her hair's actually done for once all the way, uh, which I don't think any of you guys have actually seen before. But she will walk in and say, "Good morning. You guys sleep well?" Oh, I didn't
oh,
realize you cooked, Jacob. Hmm, good. How are you, Helgrid?
hmm?
How are you?
Well, she came in
Yeah.
whistling, so it must have been decent.
Nice. Yeah, I feel fine.
All right. Just checking. Hi, Shaban.
Hello.
Why is EB3 sounding like that?
I said sleep mode, and I suppose that it did like the best knew how to sleep.
Mm. Yeah, the command I used for that is standby mode. Oh, yeah.
That would have been
Come
nice to know.
Sorry, I
It's
didn't
been
think
up the
about it.
entire night.
It's fine.
Did none of them worked. Didn't even think of standby.
Mm. It's okay.
We had nap time, my personal favorite.
Ooh, I like nap time. I'm gonna add that to the list. Mm, yeah.
I think
Well, I have
as
to
they're
let the battery wear out a little bit for all the repairing I'm gonna have to do, but you were saying something, Helgrid.
Oh, no, as they're saying, like, nap time, sleepy time, Minnow is pausing and unpausing from what they're doing, like, collapsing on
No!
the floor, then collecting themselves back, like, they are every single command word they use, Minnow is, like, collapsing.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry, Helgrid.
It's fine. N No fruits, no pancake stuff. You have coarse flour, you've got, like, caribou meat, like, it's very I mean, Helgert has clearly been out here for a while. I think, like, the nicest processed or, like, palatable food are, like, MREs.
Olin. Because you said Olin. Yeah.
Uh, no, it's fine, I have all the time in the world to gather food.
Just how how good is Jaco at cooking? Mm.
Aw.
Mhm. Mm. Mhm.
Oh, he had to, like, prove himself.
Mhm. But as for how good at cooking he is he a good cook?
How old is Jaco?
But also, time works funny in Avernus, so yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Mark, double check to see if you're muted or not.
You got your inputs.
There we go.
Boo.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you.
Just, just, just input that is the ambient microphone off of.
Well, no, because I have to choose my headset. Talk to people in game for the VR.
Mm.
So
Mm.
it's required to be default because that's what a game pulls. It doesn't pull whatever you choose. So
Got it.
essentially, for some reason, OBS pushed it to default after the last.
Easy enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jaco knows what not to put together, like, spicy with like sweet and stuff like that. So tries to make it worth, at least until he gets.
Mhm. Marty
As a
will
Mexican,
give an
can't really
approving
go
nod.
spicy with sweet.
Yeah, you don't want to combine the vegan burger uh, barbecue with the M&Ms.
What a meal.
Marty will eat.
Did you just give Joan inspiration?
Yes, I did. She deserves it.
Can she keep it for the 0.5 game?
That is on Fish, not me.
Yes. Joan, I know Joan will only use it for like evil. Um, I think Helgard eats like both forearms braced on both sides of the plate, very like sailor-ish. Um, and she does not make conversation the entire time they're eating. She just eats, drinks some water, and then she'll finish up and she'll say, "Does anybody want a snow cone?"
No. No, thank you.
I'll pass for right now. Thank you, though.
I have strawberry, watermelon, birthday cake.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
It was strawberry, watermelon. What was the other one? Oh,
Birthday cake.
birthday cake. I'll take a. Can I get half strawberry, half birthday cake?
It won't taste good, but yes.
That's fine.
Siobhan, have you changed your mind?
No. I don't really
Delightful.
like any of those flavors.
Is there one you do like?
Uh, Probably apple?
No, I wouldn't be
I
able
like.
to make that. I'm sorry.
I understand.
In 3 years, I will. And she'll get up, she'll leave, come back with like, snow in a paper cone, and then she'll reach into her pack, pull out like, flavoring, hit it. Marty gets a little condensed milk on hers, and then she'll pass it to Marty and Jaco. And then she'll take a seat again, and she'll say, "I can't give you all things to take with you, can I?"
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I thought we were taking some letters of yours anyway.
No, you are
Mhm.
taking letters, but I assume not items.
We can. I have a bag of holding.
Items.
What kind of items are we taking back? Or do we not get to know?
I don't know yet. I didn't know that I could give you items to take.
Mhm.
Well then,
We can just like
Interesting.
hold it for a second.
Understood. Are you taking my shirt?
I can give that back.
Thank you. I would not mind, but I do only have 2 shirts.
That's fair. Yeah, this is a little big on me, anyways. And I get the feeling, depending on whatever situation ends up happening once Jeremy reads your letters, that might be stolen from me, anyways.
Maybe you should keep it.
Oh no.
Would you like a belt to go with it to make it into maybe some type of dress?
No, I like the sort of shapeless look.
Interesting. Thank you. All right, then I won't leave you with anything else, and I guess I'll just have to go back to mom and retrieve more shirts.
I have a poncho that I used to put on EB3.
No, thank you.
Right.
I'm going to make the call. That's going to be roughly 20 minutes.
Understood. Um, well, don't be a stranger, all of you. Give Jeremina my letters. Stay safe. Um, sorry that you're returning to hell. I don't know if I've apologized for that yet. I imagine at some point, as I will be dying soon, that I will go there. Um,
Bit grim.
Why do you think you're dying soon?
because I had visions of my death.
Oh, right, yes.
Yes, yes, yeah. The whole Grimvalk and
Mhm.
yes,
I had forgotten.
I have not.
But you'll be able to be revived for the date, right?
But I don't know when it's happening.
Oh, that's fair.
I
Mhm.
have aged exceptionally well. So I imagine that in 2 to 3 years, I don't know if I will. I can't imagine much time has passed.
Mhm.
Though now I have a new anxiety to worry about, which is if I die before then, if I will be. Well, I'll just make.
Maybe a good idea to save up some diamonds just in case.
Yes, I'll just make a backup plan with my daughter.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have a son
Uh,
as well.
I was gonna
Hmm.
say, out of context, imagine you're Figaro. You are 2 years old, and you lose your mom.
Yeah. Um, and a son, another son as well.
How many kids do you have again? I know you had the daughter. I know you had the son. You got a picture with everybody, right? Did you show us, or did you have
Yes.
like the wallet thing?
And then
Yeah,
she'll
there's
turn her shield around, the picture of Jeremina. Um, and then it's a daughter, a son, a little baby tiefling thing. Um, I think she's just got like another fucking kid on there.
From God knows where.
Yeah, God knows where. And she'll say, "This is Sphera, Oric, Figaro. This is my baby brother." Um,
Quite a family. Very
thank you,
nice.
that
thank
seems
you.
nice.
I enjoy traveling around and stealing children. That is a joke. I'm not stealing them, but I would
I'm acquiring them.
Laterally
sometimes
trans
illegally.
laterally transferring those children to my own books.
I mean,
Um,
were they not
for
happy before? Are they happy now?
no idea. I mostly took them in as children. I took in Oric when he was 13, but Sphera, I did steal her. I did do that. I did steal her. I did lie to her biological parents.
Hmm.
If you saw her as a baby, you would understand.
No, fair.
I have literally no context, so
Hmm.
And then Figaro I rescued from a burning house, of which the memory of still very fresh.
Mhm.
Very cute kid.
He's
Screams at
vicious.
fire. Not great.
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
Is this
Mhm.
conversation getting awkward? Is your friend arriving soon, or do I have to keep making?
Siobhan did contact, so it's up to whenever Mordenkainen is like, "Oh
Um,
shit."
I'm finding the silence debilitating. Does anybody have any small talk they would like to make?
Oh, I have I've got a twin, I've got a half brother, and I've got a cousin, and we all like live together in the same house.
Did
Oh,
we know this?
generational. Very good.
Yeah.
Did you tell us about this before, Siobhan?
Well, I know that I've definitely told you about Rosalina, I've told you about Darwin. I don't know if I mentioned Rowan though. He's kind of like,
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of Rowan before.
yeah, he's a half brother on my stepdad. No, stepbrother. Jesus Christ. So stepdad's son.
Mm.
He yeah, I don't know how family generation shit works, but
Don't make
he
him your half
actually
brother.
he came to us with stepdad.
Oh,
And
then stepbrother.
yeah, so stepbrother. And he is missing his entire left side. Like left eye, left arm, left leg, and it's actually because he made an Ori deal with the Fae that he didn't adhere to, and so
Ooh,
they took his good side. He used to be an avid archer, like absolutely pro. Lost it.
that sucks.
That's devastating. I traded away 3 inches of my height once with the Fae, so I understand.
Yeah.
I
He's
have
a
not made
druid
any
now,
deals with
though.
Faye.
He like takes care of farm animals and that.
That's sweet.
That's very lovely. I would like to meet him one day. I love chickens.
Oh, do you?
Ah,
Yes,
chickens are so lovely.
and
I f-
pigeons.
he's got like one of those like giant. I think they're called Brahma chickens, like those giant motherfuckers. He's got
Oh,
one
Yeah.
of
those are great.
those. Takes care of it religiously. Loves that guy.
I need to meet your brother then. I would like to see the big chicken. I mostly have small chickens, but all chickens are small to me, but I would like to see the big one
The big
alive.
small chicken. Yeah.
Is your brother alive right now?
Uh, he should be. I
Where is
actually
he?
think we're located outside of Iltrail, actually.
Wonderful. I won't make the trip then.
Yeah, I would not
Oh my
recommend
god,
it,
what happened
especially
to the chickens?
no, the chickens are fine. The chickens are
Well,
fine.
how do you know
They're
that the chickens are fine?
Only the city was taken.
only the city
Yes,
of
but
Elch.
chickens can live in the cities. You can have city chickens. What happened to the chickens that were inside of the city?
No, they were from
Or what
outside the
about the
city,
pigeons?
though.
The pigeons and the chickens that
Oh,
were inside El Terrell have probably been used to
No,
sustain the people
no,
that are
no, no,
inside
no,
El
no,
Terrell.
no.
Sorry. If it's fed, like the same thing happened with the horses. I had to eat my own horse. It wasn't nice.
What? What
you had
is
to eat
wrong
your
with
own
you?
horse?
I
Why
had
would
to
you
eat.
eat your own horse?
There was no more rations.
And you
There's
eat your
some.
arm.
Well, I guess also
You
the horse
have
is
to
probably starving at that
sustain
point
an
too.
entire city of people. I
Hope is
can't like.
stressed. She's pacing. That
What was
that
your
that
horse's
is
name, Shaban?
What?
What was your horse's name, Shaban?
filet
Uh,
mignon, apparently.
It was Porterhouse, actually.
oh dear lord. Uh, I actually didn't come up with a name for the horse, so
Animal.
Yeah, that I
Siobhan would
get
have come
being
up
in
with
like
a
a
name for
dire
the horse.
situation, but you didn't name your horse? Come on.
Siobhan would have come up with a name for the horse, so it's like placeholder.
Oh, okay.
Your own horse. That animal loved you.
And so did the people of the city.
They're people. They can be replaced.
Marty is trying not to completely bust out laughing. She is failing.
Um,
Those pigeons.
Here
The cockatoos.
I can write down my address for you before.
Yes, I will be retrieving the chickens and pigeons from El Torrell. I think she's stressed. I mean, she's like pacing, rubbing her hands on her pants, like visibly stressed. I just those pigeons, those poor pigeons, just in hell. Pigeons do not have a high heat tolerance, and the poor chickens. The chickens. What about the chickens?
I I told you they were used to sustain the people of the city.
Ah.
I
Mr.
mean,
Meatball was my father.
I can't believe that the entire timeline is going to shatter
Because
because
Hagrid had to
Helgrid's
go
going to
save the
go
pigeons and
and
chickens.
save all those fucking chickens.
Are there?
Gonna show up at Siobhan's brother's farm. Is like, I'm buying all your chickens, fucker.
I have a question. You all have been well traveled in hell, I assume.
For the most
Yeah,
part.
for the most part.
Chickens are incredibly adaptable. They've been found in almost every country out there, and I have been introducing them to Icewind Dale. Um,
Hmm.
Selective breeding, heavy down for it's a process. Are
Hmm.
there are there chickens?
We haven't seen any chickens. Even in the Brass City, we did make a concerted effort to see if there was any chickens in the Brass City, so.
Mhm. Um, would we know about hell chickens? I feel like hell chickens will have come up at some point.
They have not come up as far as you guys have been involved.
Damn.
Given that you've essentially been between the Tower of the Temple of Tiamat, and the Citadel, and in travel. So you didn't really stumble across the hellish cottagecore girlies. Like the closest you got is the Lady of the Brambles, and she's got her own thing going on.
That I'm aware of currently.
I feel like if hell had chickens, I would be made aware of it, most likely by
Mhm.
some type of succubus trying to entrance my soul. You ate your horse? Do you have nightmares about it?
I had one.
Okay.
Chikakari.
I will forgive you. I'm
Yeah.
sure your horse can't because
Mm.
she's dead.
If we come across any chickens in hell, would you like us to get
I
one for you?
do I do know that Siobhan's horse was one of those like pinto horses that have the white spots on their butt. I do know that for sure.
Why were we picturing the same exact horse? We both thought of the same exact horse. A
Siobhan's horse has a
spotted
cutie mark confirmed.
stop.
It looks
This
like
is
salt.
this is very
Salt
stressful.
pre-seasoned.
Every time I hear of
God.
something terrible happening around the world, I just think of the pigeons.
My brother doesn't keep pigeons, but he does have he has a giant chicken and he also has a raven that he actually rescued. He found it on one of his patrols and its wing was broken, so he took it in and now it just like comes back and do you know how many gifts? How many shinies my brother has accrued? This thing found 5 gold on the road somewhere and brought it back.
Sweet.
I'm not as impressed by ravens and crows. They're basically people.
They are. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It knows how to say our names. Did you know that crows could do that?
Well, I
No,
mean, we know Chuka and Clonk. They're not
that
crows or
is
ravens, but like they.
Damn. Okay, Margie.
that is
No, I
very
didn't.
loaded, Marty.
You know,
It's the fucking Pluto and Goofy
Goofy
rule.
Pluto. I was thinking the same thing.
Technically,
I
Goofy
think
is a
Hagrid's
cow.
gonna lean over to Siobhan and say, "Can't take the Neverwinter out of some people."
that was on me.
Which she's totally fine with, by the way.
That,
Is your friend not coming here? Has he forgotten you? Do I need
I
to make
haven't
long-term plans?
I have not received a reply yet. And it's either a reply or sucked
or,
back into hell.
um,
To be clear, Jason, Siobhan did send the message. I don't know if I said that, but Siobhan did send the message. Cool. So he's
You
just.
did.
Oh wait, that's right.
oh,
No, wait, hold
You're back.
on. Hold on. So actually, speaking of spending the night with people, our dear wizard was currently in the middle of mending one of his own relationships. So
yeah,
could
but we also came
actually.
back like 2 weeks later last time, so
I
like I guess they're both like 1,000 years old anyway.
Did
So,
not take Mordenkainen for a marathon runner.
oh no. Hmm.
And once you get access to 5th level spells, it gets weird.
stop. Quit it. Quit it.
Also, like
Quit it.
depends on like what kind of wizard he is too. Like he can get
You can get down and dirty.
Would you like to see my chickens?
yes,
I
of
do
Where's
have
course,
fucking
obviously.
Jet?
pictures of them. And Helgrid will reach into her pocket and pull out a wallet and open it. And
Yes,
it
there it
says
is.
hundreds. It trails on the floor.
Are these all the same chickens, or have you been tracking their genealogy?
Some of them are genealogy, some of it's ancestral. A good chunk of them are just. I tend to trade them out. These are my current. These are my current
So wait,
chickens. These are
The
some of my
top, like,
pigeons.
the top 30 are the current chickens. The next
Yes.
20 are the pigeons.
And then the rest are ancestral, are chickens that left a lasting impact on me.
she unfolds it again as a family tree.
No,
I
she
current
holds up the strip and then she flaps it down and it's like a whole map just appears.
perhaps maybe
What's
I
this
will name. Hmm, what?
holy flight of the sacred game?
Yes. And then there's Foul Grid.
That's a good one. I
Named
like that
after
one.
you. That's a nice one.
Yes, thank you. I tend not to be such a narcissist, but I did it was there. It was there. And
Mhm.
then this one is just named Tact. Um,
Why tact? That's a weird name.
Oh, I like the iridescent blue sheen on this one.
yes, very apt. Uh, this one is also just named Sphera. There's not the names around the region are not very good at making it into word puns.
Can I make
Holy
permission to insert one fish?
yes.
Is this Fig a Rooster?
Oh, yes, a stroke of genius. Did not come up with it, which is why it's genius.
Oh,
Birdamina.
Birdamina.
Um,
Is there a Jeremina one here?
no, I would not demean Jeremina like that. Jeremina's not like a chicken. She's more of a type of regal.
Peacock?
No, peacocks are
I'm back.
too sweet.
She reminds me of a secretary bird.
Yes.
She does have that vibe. Can I see the sending stone, Shaban?
Yeah, here, take it.
Marty will.
I only used 5 where we got your shit. Send we got your shit over. And that's it. That's
Does
5
it have
words.
like any sort of like blue check mark or anything? Not blue check mark, but like any sort of like red thing.
Uh,
Scene.
no, it does not.
Hmm.
You'll have to wait for some advancement in the sending glass across time and space area for that.
Well, they have them in they have those at the giant fucking library we were at for half the game.
That is true.
Mhm.
But do they work across time and space? Perhaps their antenna is not big enough.
They don't have 5G.
Gotta get the vax.
Are you sure that your message sent? I understand that Mordenkainen is in a different plane. There is a possibility of failure.
Do you want to try again? I think we've got
A few more.
20 minutes left on that.
Sure, I'll give it another shot. She'll sort of activate it again and say, Mordenkainen, we're waiting for you. What's up? That was 6 words.
So that's 11 total.
Hmm.
Okay, so 9 minutes left after that one.
Okay.
Have to go to Walmart, get a straight talk card, load this shit up.
Mm.
I will admit, hosting it is beginning to make me nervous. It is very hard to be in a hut with someone who ate their own horse.
I did not want to eat. Do you think I did it willingly?
Well, you did. You
No,
did do it willingly.
I did
I don't.
not do it. It was out of desperation.
There's always options.
Yeah, and I hate to say, but for me, cannibalism is not an option.
We should
We
change
have
the
to agree to
subject.
disagree on that bad boy.
Did you guys have any like specific hobbies when you were kids?
Oh God.
Taking care of my horses.
You had horses?
Yes. Well, not horses. We reindeer.
Explains the caribou meat.
Yes. Singing.
No
I had
comment.
a rock collection. I did like those Tinker Toys. Those are really fun. Like the
Um,
Fancy Kiwiko. I did those all the time. They were so much fun.
so I actually did handwriting when I was younger, like calligraphy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you,
You've never had to like read my letters and stuff, but sometimes if I was in the area, I'd get called up to like write letters for my family and whatnot. I got nice handwriting.
Jaco Landier.
Yes.
Hobbies.
when you were a kid specifically?
Oh, you mean coming up? What is going to be my favorite hobbies?
Do you not
Definitely,
have hobbies already?
it was a joke. Ass.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
We don't know if he's born yet or not.
Nope. Um. So it will be a reading. Honestly, I kind of followed my father when it came to more of knowledge and seeing the world at more than just
So like sciences, that sort of stuff? Or like philosophy?
yes and yes.
Hmm.
There's never one to make sure I only. He wanted me to see everything, not just one thing. Enjoyed spending time with him, so carried on with it.
That's sweet.
And that's endearing.
Decided that I wanted to find out who my real father was, and I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
What was the reason you wanted to find out who your real father was?
Honestly, it was something my cousin said. Kind of irked me about dealing with their parents not always being there and shit like that, and I said, well, at least you know who they are. And it kind of spiraled into them essentially telling me they know of a book that is owned by someone who could help me meet my biological parents. Yeah, they were wrong. Very wrong. And if I do make it back, I'm going to give and hit them both up the side of the head.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
I
too.
hope
They
you
sound
make
like
it back.
assholes.
Pretty much. They are both very much assholes who enjoy torturing me with a smile, which I do love them. Pains in the ass when they both get a fist.
I'm lucky
Mm.
all of my cousins and most of my siblings were sacrificed then. If I had to deal with that, I would not have enjoyed it.
I'll
Mm.
be honest. Go ahead, Jago.
Yeah, I was gonna say I understand your thought process, but I will say what they did to protect stuff like that. My last name, I am nowhere close to a Genasi. Having their back was a lot more not taken
I
so
don't
kindly.
know. Ending up in hell?
Not the best.
Well, they
No.
didn't make me read the book. They just told me where it was, and my thirst for finding out the real answers of why I was given away kind of took over.
Mhm.
So it was more
Wait,
so
Yeah, I'm
my
betting
was
like
hold on,
if
Jacob. Was the person who could help you find your real dad potentially Martin Kynan? Kanan?
I don't
He's the only kind of person I could think in hell. I don't necessarily know all the demons, but I wouldn't want to get
Mhm.
wrapped up in any of those trying to find your dad. Unless your dad is one of the demons.
honestly I have no idea. I don't know
Sorry,
if it's
devils.
Mordenkainen because I broke in the place where it held and it was behind us. But then I
Mhm.
found the book, read this thing that I was reminded of what to read currently, or went right, and I who knows.
Mm. Yeah, like it can't like if your cousins like actually cared about you, I can't imagine they actually knew that's what would happen.
I don't
Because
think I
like,
was there.
Well,
because I was an only child. Oh, go ahead.
No, continue.
Mm. Oh, because like I was an only child, which yeesh. But like I had some cousins that lived down in Gontalgram, and like when I went and visited, we would you know get on each other's ass for fun, and like they were dicks, but not like bad though. It's like a loving kind of thing. So I can't imagine like
And maybe they didn't, well, even if they didn't realize that they took it too far, still a dick move.
yeah.
I also, you know, even if you didn't mean to hit them with your carriage, it's still manslaughter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the intent was, still ended
There's
up in this.
a responsibility that your cousins
Mhm.
should feel. But I'm also a don't forget and don't forgive type of person.
Well,
Mhm.
no, because I often get told stories about how um the roles were reversed between me and my twin when I was younger. I used to be apparently like pretty shy and introverted. And my sister, which if you see her now, it's still believable, she would beat up whoever tried to like come after me. full hands. Um, contrast that, she's willing to do that while also her and my cousin gang up on. They're fucking merciless. Not a fucking moments of peace when they're in the same house at the same time. Dear Lord. Anyway, point being, if your cousins didn't realize that they hurt you, that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's their fault. Anytime that my cousin and my sister took it too far, they always ended up going back the day after, whether because they realized that they took it too far or because my mom boxed their ears. So
Mm.
that's on them.
Well, I guess I'll find out.
Yes.
Sounds perfect.
Absolutely. Bash them.
My adult children argue quite a bit. I mean, a lesser extent now that my daughter has a daughter of her own and my son is an uncle. Kids, great. They do fix problems.
And with that, there is a crackling effect in the space-time continuum, a flash of light for those of you traveling back through time. The camera that is the Dutch angle spins and takes you all boom into the base of the Tower of standing beneath the Orderer, the large spear sort of floating in stasis up above the sort of the main work area of the Tower of cutting off whatever it was Helgrid was going to say after that very unfortunate declaration.
The last thing Helgrid
Siobhan
hears
does
before they leave is,
does
"Wait, did I give up
legitimately
a
notice.
jill?"
Something about them teleporting, landing at the bottom of the tower, and Marty's like, Jilf?
Jill,
Like echoing.
Just echoing throughout the tower. Even the Modrons stop, like,
yeah, just a bunch of Modrons who are like pulling levers and stuff will stop. That's
and we get
foul.
one of those funny
Foul.
scenes where Marty says Jilf, and you know how it echoes, and the camera shots get wider and wider, and you see exactly everybody who heard it.
It even goes to the outside of Tower of and the big dudes that have been drumming on Mordenkainen's little tent outside are like,
Yeah, that's
Jill,
what I was gonna say.
Jill,
On the
Jill,
outside, stragglers
Jill.
just
Jilf,
stop, and it's
Jilf,
like,
Jilf, Jilf.
we we finally meet Zariel, and she's like, "So, how was the Jills?"
Um, can I describe the changes Jeremina has made to the Tower of
oh, absolutely. And
Go off.
obviously, I sent you the brief for what has been happening in the meantime. So you have the floor.
Cluttered. Fabric, tchotchkes everywhere. Whatever Jeremina was doing to the ship has bled over into the Tower of The trade-off for now being kind of comfortable looking is that one, all of the Modrons have outfits that can only be described as doilies. And I mean she's just started painting on the walls. Nothing is like finished except for the clothes that the Modrons have on. There's like a rug she was kind of repairing. There's some tapestries kind of put up. Um the table has like a running tablecloth now that's just like moth eaten. Um and Jeremina is pacing in front of like four mannequins that clearly are shaped after the party, and she's in just like a bra and boxers that were probably white at one point and are now gray, and she's like pacing back and forth, and she'll go, okay, I can't do red. Obviously cannot fucking do red. There's so much red, but Siobhan is red, so there's got to be there's got to be red there, but nobody else can wear red. I forgot their complexions. Oh,
Mina?
Siobhan?
Yeah.
Is any of you guys?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Marty is running up and giving her a hug.
Isn't your mother sunny? What?
Siobhan is walking up behind Marty and also turning it into a group hug.
Jacob walks over and
Aww.
gives a hug.
Yes. I think Jermina picks Marty up and like pops Marty's back.
Oh god.
And then
Every
like
vertebrae.
you know, is squeezing Siobhan, and when Jacob walks over, it's like a head ruffle.
That makes sense.
Siobhan, you feel a small form envelop one of your legs, getting in on the group hug.
Oh
Um,
god.
It is
Sneep.
Sneep, who is wearing an apron with a bunch of pins sort of like
Yes!
stuck through it, who appears to be doing some sort of like assistant work for Jeremina, but
Oh.
is doing the thing.
Fucking Girl Scouts badges. Love it.
Siobhan will reach down and ruffle Sneep's hair.
Oh yeah, hey.
Hey Siobhan,
Yeah.
I got you a present.
Oh no.
Siobhan's face will like pale and she'll be like, "Where's Rhea?"
This is about to be interesting.
In gray sweatpants.
Siobhan's doing like
Girl.
the one Dimitri photo, Deep Dimitri, where there's prayer hands and internally she's all those faded emotions.
So I've got. Are you guys real?
Yes, we're real.
Okay, tell me something.
Siobhan pinches Jeremina.
Oh, ow, fuck! She slapped Siobhan. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just knee jerk. It's been a rough couple of weeks. It's been 3.4 actually. You guys have been
Wait.
gone for
Ooh.
quite a while.
Wait,
We've been
what?
gone for a month.
I mean, we were gone like 2 weeks last time.
Well, not a month because there's 40 days in a month.
Yeah.
So not a month. But you guys have been gone quite a bit. I wanna say quite a bit. It's been hard here. I'm not gonna lie. Lady of the Brambles and Mordenkainen. Holy shit! We got an invitation. Oh my
We
god!
got
I almost forgot.
What?
Sorry, Elle.
an
Sorry.
invitation.
My mom. She invited us
To-
Oh,
What?
fuck.
to like a little party. I guess I don't know. I guess we're mourning Raga Draga, and so she was like, "Hey, come on over." And so I have been making us clothes, and it hasn't been going well because I forgot what
What we look
what
like.
I wouldn't say that. I think I have a good visual memory, but I kind of forgot what colors look good on you guys. And then I realized there's pretty much only reds. Like there's not a lot of dye work I can do. So I hope you guys like terracotta tones.
Speaking of, Siobhan, approximately 3 seconds into the hug, is going to pull back, and she's like, "Oh my fucking, you're so stick. Oh my god, I forgot.
Well, you guys are so cold.
Oh, it's so." She's like fanning. She's like doing the air bit to her shirt.
Also, come on, be nice to me.
It's. I forgot how sticky it is too.
Well,
Ugh.
fuck you guys too.
Sorry,
No,
Jeremy.
you're
We were
lovely,
just
Jeremy.
in the
You're
cold
lovely,
for
Jeremina.
3 days. We were in fucking spine of the world for 3 days.
Oh, they sent us to the wrong ordning too, by the way.
Yeah, we had to go looking for it ourselves.
Oh, also we have letters for you.
Oh my god. Did you guys stop by Luskin?
No.
No, we didn't manage to.
Oh my god. Letters from who? That's from the
Jacob's gonna
past. Is that
step
okay?
back.
I'm gonna let
From
Marty hand them
Oh,
over to you.
you know, fair. I
I'm
kind
gonna
of
stand right next to you. I'll be here
Yeah.
with you.
Jacob's
Okay,
gonna
and
step behind both of them.
So we ran into an old friend at your ex Helgrid.
We ran into your ex Helgrid.
Marty is still
She had
actively wearing her shirt,
yeah, she's
technically.
I was my weird comment was gonna be like, does Jeremy not notice how Marty smells?
Oh my god.
I'll get a sex, I
Hey,
just like in a healthy way.
So I rolled a 17, plus all of my proficiencies in tailoring. Do you
Oh
think
no.
like I would be able to recognize the make and model of that shirt, Jason?
Um, so long as it is a manufactured garment versus a tailor-made garment, I would say yes. If it was tailor-made, you'd have to give me the actual number,
Okay.
which is
Well,
obviously up to you because you're also Helgrin's player. So if the shirt was made like in a factory or on a production line, the answer is yes. If it
so
was
I don't
tailor-made,
imagine in 1492 we have ready-made clothes yet, especially for adventurers.
mm,
Just because ready-to-wear clothes didn't get good quality until the 60s.
yeah.
So I'm gonna say tailor-made. Give me oh fuck. No, I do have to open Foundry. I'm sorry. Um,
Back, I need to wash my hands real bad.
I think
Mm,
Jeremina is looking at Marty with a look that could curdle milk. It's not hate, but it's something. Um,
I have here. Marty is not making eye contact. So here are the letters. Um, she asked us to give them to you, and also she threatened to walk out into the snow and never return if we didn't tell you about her. So we made a deal with her that in like 2 years ish, she'll try to meet her at the piers in Neverwinter. But you can decide whether or not you actually want to do that or not.
okay. Okay. And
Okay.
and and how do you know this was my ex and not, I don't know, doppelganger, someone with incentive to lie to you?
He had several pictures of you.
Okay, I don't know if you know this, a lot of people have a lot of pictures of me. I
Mm.
was
Family picture.
family picture of what? I never posed for a picture. I never posed for a painting. Was that
Sphera,
Actually,
more?
Auric,
though, there was the one of
Figaro.
that you had modeled. I don't know if they were born yet when she met her though. Um,
There was yeah, also a model photo of you along with the ones with Sphera, Auric, Fig,
she might
child
not
that
know
she had
them.
recently picked up.
Do not know those guys. Also, Jason, that is going to be a 24.
24. So I will say that you could probably identify the region that the shirt was tailored in, whether it be based on what they've described on getting sent to the wrong ordning, it being Helgrid, um, and just sort of the general sense of things. You could probably pick out a region that the shirt is from, but not a specific tailor.
She had a robot named Minnow. I meant to ask her, but it sounds like a nickname that you would have.
Well, Marty,
Sharmina,
I hope you enjoy wearing that shirt to meet Zariel.
I thought you were making something.
I'm making something for everybody else, but it seems like you already picked up clothes. while you were out?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wonderful. Interesting. And what am I supposed to do with these letters? Read them?
She was very insistent that she wanted you to read them.
Interesting. Okay. Um, interesting. 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 This is also interesting.
The
That's
only way
crazy.
that she agreed to help us with literally anything was by setting up a date with you.
Which was the pure thing that I mentioned.
That does kind of I do like the idea of a woman who's doing that, but I mean I'm sure I could maybe I could.
And
You know what? We're not going to think about this. Oh my God. Why don't you guys go talk to Mordenkainen? We go turn over the little, I'm sure, the thing that the ordin. I'm going to go, you know what? Me and Rhea have been kind of I'm going to go talk to Rhea. Yeah, I'm going to
All
go
right.
talk to Rhea for advice. Um, I'll send Rhea. Hi, I'll let Rhea know that you guys are here. Yeah, why don't you go talk to Mordenkainen? That is so fun. So interesting. Interesting. Very, very exciting. Do love the shirt though, Marty. Um, you do fill it out nicely, so you do have that
Welcome
going
to the
on.
stream, Bedlam. Thank you so
Jacob,
much
I
for
did
that
make you
follow.
clothes, so you can stop wearing leather.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you.
Yep, it's in your room. Okay, interesting. We are having such a lovely time together. So glad to see you guys.
Where's Mordenkainen?
I don't know. I stopped looking for him after I walked in on them. It's been really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's been kind of really bad.
It sounds
Really.
like it's been rough. It took an awkward amount of time to get responded to.
No.
you're
Muted.
muted.
Jeremina, Sneep will pull on like the lower portion of like whatever top or sort of upper garment it is that you're wearing. Pull a pin out of his like little apron and like extend it up to you as like as like a here
A
you go.
peace offering.
You can change tasks now. It's okay.
Uh, Jeremina looks unspeakably grateful, and she'll take the pen and she'll exhale and she'll say, Sneep, wonderful. I don't know, we accidentally took mushrooms together. I want to say like a 0.5 week ago. And after that, it's like we can talk to each other. We
Sounds
get each
fun.
other.
Yes.
Yeah, no, fuck yeah. Right, little dude?
Yeah. Right. It's cool.
Um, we're gonna try and contact Mordenkainen. You go talk to Rhea.
Okay.
We'll meet in the middle at some point.
Wow. All right. That's
Do you want to hold on to the letters? Or shall we hold on to them for you?
No, 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 no. I'll take them. I'll take them. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know
Take
yet.
them.
Well, see, the thing is, I feel like I might like impulsively burn them. Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
Oh,
You can put him in Sneep's apron, and he'll follow you around.
Oh, that is so smart, Sneap. Okay. Um. At least it wasn't Jaraxel. Holy shit! Of all the exes, right? At least it was like kind of the hot one. So that's positive, right? Positive. Can you guys go
Positives?
talk to Mordenkainen now?
We don't know where he is.
Okay, well, he's in his room.
Okay.
okay. We can go talk to Mordenkainen.
I'm gonna go change real quick and then I'll meet. I
You
don't
know what? I'm
like
also going to
leather.
go change.
I
I'm also
mean,
Siobhan
going
is
to go
going to
change.
sigh and walk to Mordekainen's room by her goddamn self.
You could have
Um,
changed too. Walks away.
so, couple things. First, we'll start with what does Jaco's new outfit?
Give it to me.
um, I think Jaco's new outfit is I mean, like a very classic, like short sleeved, almost sleeveless, sort of like cotton blend tunic. And I think it is insanely flattering. Jaco looks good in it. Whatever Jaco's like body situation is, like
Probably
he's hot.
skinny muscle. It's like
Right.
you can see
I
bone, but
I
you can see the muscle.
I think it's
Mhm.
very like it hangs very flattering. I think it's very like that. Um and then I think very plain breeches, but I think the like most important addition is like real traveling shoes and socks.
Oh,
Um I mean I think the color's terracotta, right? Like there's nothing about that, but I think the thing that's striking is she put a lot of like Neverwinter-esque embellishment and embroidery. I think the make of the I think the make, the design, everything is very simple, but she put in a lot of personal touches. Very like unhell-like.
is it kind of noticeable that it's Neverwinter?
Um, I think if you know fabrics, I think like only him could notice. Like you'd have to be pretty up close.
Okay. Because when Jaco notices it and he looks at it, he goes, "Oh, how much you don't understand. This is perfect for," and he'll put it on happily. And he'll walk back out. I guess wait for Marty, and then we'll head up to Mordecai.
Okay,
Um,
Marty, are you just putting your regular fit back on? I assume.
Yep. She's going to fold up Helgrid's shirt and place it on her workbench. Uh, very much like in a place where if Jeremia wanted to steal it, she could, but she is not going to even assume that.
Okay, fair enough. Siobhan, as you are making your way um, towards Mordenkainen's room, you cut through some of the sort of more utilitarian spaces inside of the Tower of Erm. And there, inside the long, slightly curved galley kitchen, you come across the Archmage himself, Mordenkainen, um, standing there in the
In his
galley
heart
kitchen.
underwear.
How did you know what I was going to say? Yeah, he's got heart boxers and like sort of like the white tank top on. And he's like poured himself a semi-dry bowl of cereal, but like the milk carton is still there open next to him. And he's just sort of like taking a couple crunchy bites out of a bowl of what looks to be a wheat-based cereal in front of him.
Boy, we're back.
Ah, good, good. Yeah, I got your message and um, made some.
Does
Uh,
Mordekainen look exhausted, perchance?
um, he
Or does he
looked.
look renewed?
He looks tired more than anything.
Mhm.
So like you don't see any sort of like physical atrophy on him. You do see like bags under his eyes and just sort of a general like malaise.
Mhm.
But nothing that would indicate any weakness outside of. those small imperfections.
So where you sent us, the fire giant cave ordering area,
Ah,
actually ended up only being a year or 2 ago.
he's like been motioning with his spoon, and it just sort of like he like lifts his thumb, and it just sort of like takes a tumble out of his hand, and he like will flick his hand and like catch it before it rattles against the counter, and he'll be like, a year ago,
2 years. Let's say 2 years, roughly
okay.
2 years ago.
I mean, there was a fair number of giant attacks.
Well,
An ordering?
yeah, there was an
Are
ordering
you
happening
serious?
around there.
Would
But
we call it an ordering? It doesn't seem like it should have been an ordering.
oh, it was in process. They had the giant dragon fighting mech up and raring to go.
Okay.
Well, until we stole the
And
part.
then we had to go to a secondary location.
Oh, what? You never go to a secondary location. Never go to a secondary location.
We had to go to a secondary location because the order part was not in the forge. It was at Hootenshul.
Oh,
Hootenshul. A giant homeland temple.
yes, yeah, a temple to the All Father, the Father of all Giants. Quite grand in the future.
It was very impressive what we saw of it when it was because it was in process when we went. Honestly, very gorgeous. Loved all the artwork and the mosaics. The folk shack in the back could have lived without that though.
Tends to be the case with I'm sorry, what did you say?
There was a folk shack in the back. And she takes out the necklace that she pilfered from the incubus, and there was this on one of them.
He'll like extend his hand. At which point, those who were changing can join the scene at this point. And he'll sort of snake it between his fingers to get the charm sort of just hanging from one of his fingers. And we'll say, "Oh, that's that certainly isn't good." Grazit, demon lord of many various different things. Probably the demon lord of more things than most demon lords. Most demon lords stick to their lane. Doesn't necessarily tend to do that. And he'll like put it down with like a level of disgust on his fingers where he's kind of like flicking it off.
I seem to be picking up a lot of things that have interesting connotations lately. And she picks the necklace back up.
It's a complicated thing with that one. Was a devil once, changed sides, joined the blood war on the demon's side, but can still be reasoned with. But also is more involved in he'll like rotate his hands several times around, not really sure how to verbalize what he's trying to say. It's the 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 it's got a lot of succubus,
Oh,
incubus.
hedonism.
Yeah,
His hedonism.
yeah. That.
Is Jeremy in this room, or is it only?
It'll be
It's Siobhan, Marty, and Jaco.
Yep.
Okay, so Jeremy.
Yeah. Jeremy
Okay.
is going to speak to Rhea.
Yeah, Jake will come in and just find a place to down and relax and just.
But all of that being said, I do have concerns about, and he'll like track you picking it up with his finger, and we'll say, I do have concerns about that? Because Grazit hasn't been present in the Blood War as far as the current time, the time that we're standing in now on the plane of Avernus inside the Tower of Verm, has not been present for the Blood War. So one would think that he was up to something. Or perhaps he's just biding his time. But you got the 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 piece of the order, I would assume, which should let us get you further back, so you could maybe solve your El Terrell situation.
Yeah, we got the piece.
Oh, well, fantastic. No harm, no foul.
Mhm.
And I am happy to say that per my check this morning, there aren't any divergent timelines, so we don't really have to worry about that. So you all did a great job, even though you went to a second location, never go to a second location.
Yep.
Had no choice but to go to a second location. Also, you say no harm, no foul. I had to think about the implications of a frog myth that I've never thought about before.
Froghemoth. Implication? I'm not catching
Don't
you.
don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
No, he deserves to know. So when we went back to a place where we found the origining, there was like a giant bed, and underneath said bed was a froghemoth.
Well, froghemoths do tend to like dark, wet places.
Don't say it
No.
like that. It was in the same spot where we found the incubus.
Well, incubus do tend to like dark, wet places.
I want to give the DM inspiration for
Anyways,
that one. I'm giving the DM inspiration.
Y'all know how long I've been cooking that joke.
anyways, where am I putting this? Where are we putting this piece?
Well, we can give it to the Modrons, and they should theoretically, assuming everything is correct, should be able to align the Orderer to the new piece and open our range of time travel from it. Um, but I didn't necessarily think I was going to get approached like this. This is very awkward. Um, my hips are oriented like this because these boxers have no button. Um,
What?
the fly on these they have no button, so I'm standing like this for. Is there anything else I can help with?
No,
So
actually,
how's
I'm
Lily the
traumatized enough
Brambles?
right now.
This was two questions at once.
I said I'm traumatized enough, and I'm going to go find Jeremy and Rhea, who are probably on the ship.
And I had said, how's the Lady of the Brambles?
She's doing well. Preparing herself for the function that Zariel invited her to. She didn't get a +1 though, so I suppose for a couple days I'll be by myself. Bachelor era. I guess. I don't know.
Been in a bachelor for 300 years, Siobhan says as she exits the kitchen.
But my understanding is you all received an invitation as well, so at least you'll be in good company.
Yep. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Uh,
All
well,
right,
cool. I'll go do that.
I'll just sit here until I can safely exit.
Mordenkainen, you should know better than to make your own medicines that last longer than 4 hours.
Um. Anyways, As all that is happening, Jeremy, you have made your way towards where Rhea has been staying over the course of the rest of the party's absence, to hell, with her staying behind on account of circumstances. Um, and she has not been staying within the war machine. Morton Kanan was more than willing to give her a room with inside the Tower of Erm. She's kind of just been staying inside of there. She has been a hard to find, um, a hard to find person over the course of the absence of the party. Um, but you have seen her for like meals and occasionally through the halls, but has mostly been keeping to herself. Um, would
Rhea,
you
do
like to
you
do?
remember when I found you? And you, I mean, you were you've always been kind of stoic and standoffish, and then I said, okay, I won't bother you unless it's like an emergency. And then I did kind of abuse that and say some things are emergencies that weren't, mostly when me and Sneep accidentally took mushrooms, and I was freaking out because I thought it was gonna last forever. Do you like remember when when I said that? And then I mean, I know that every time it happened, I keep saying like, no, this is a real emergency. Please take me seriously. Can I
Y-
ask you for advice?
Sure. No, it's not a problem, but also like, yeah, when took the mushroom, it's like you just took something. It's going to end eventually. Does that help? Do we need to keep having this
No, no, no,
conversation?
no, 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 no. I mean, okay, the fourth time was the last time, unless it happens again. Never foraging again. Um, have you kind of a rough question out the gate, but it's important to establish a baseline. Have you ever been in love, Rhea?
Um,
Just say yes or no.
no.
I have, was, am. Um, she left me because she didn't want to start a family, and now she has kids, and wrote letters, and apparently what held everyone fucking hostage. And she made them give me letters, and I mean, this happened 34. I'm an old woman now.
Well, um, Rhea will like retreat into her room now that the exchange at the door is over, and will like spin, like spin the chair that's at the desk around, so it faces the bed, and will like sit on the bed herself and like offer you the chair.
Jermina will scuttle over and take a seat. And I do think Sneep is with them because he's carrying the letters. And I do think Sneep and Jermina are like,
I feel like when the door opens and the whole exchange starts, there's also like this like tiny little like hi, yeah, 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 huh, I'm here, huh, whoop, to the exchange that Rhea is just like flat up like ignoring. Um, and Rhea will say, "Okay, go ahead. Start from the beginning, because when you want to address it, it when you come in with there's been letters sent through time and things like that, it's reads more like a fairy tale than something that's real. So start, go."
okay. Jermina gets up from her chair, picks up Sneep, puts him in the chair,
Oh,
and she'll start pacing. And she'll say, okay. So 47 years ago, my parents, my father was a slave to the drow, and then my mom was like a matriarch's second daughter. Okay, so they wanted to flee the Underdark, so they made a deal with Zariel, and they were like our firstborn kid. Now, see, the interesting thing is my mom not interested. And my dad, very, very not interested. Not he, like right, right. Like you're in the military, Um, I'm okay with that. Fuck, I don't know. Anyways, but they had me, right? So they had me anyways because and I
Jeremina, when I said the beginning, I meant
no 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 no. This is important. This is important. This is important. They get out of the Underdark. Zariel or whatever dumped them in Luskin, right? Um, and Luskin's not great, right? I mean, besides me, the only other interesting, you had the Arcane Brotherhood, but like, but besides, fucking, Cedrin wouldn't be born 16, 17, 20. I was an adult then, so it was just me. I didn't have a lot of friends. Port people would come by and they were interesting to talk to, but they're gonna leave in a month. I was very lonely, and Helgrid would come in, and she was a little bit older than me, um, but she'd bring gifts, right, and sit down and talk to me, and we got along like a house fire, and well, I really liked her. My first kiss, right? You don't really forget that. Um, I was ready to make a commitment, but I wanted kids. She didn't. She wanted to be a little prince and um go out and live the world. And well, some boys played a prank on me. They barn was on fire. They tricked me into going there, and oh god, it would have been nice to see Helgrid after that, but she wasn't there. She just left, and I didn't see her again, right? And I feel like I'm leaving out so much stuff, but you, my parents were gone. They kind of just left me at home. I was like 6, 7, 8, whatever, whatever, whatever. But they left. They said money, but then they stopped, right? It was just me again. And then I get married. I just kind of went for the first guy who was nice and wanted kids, and then I don't even get to have kids. Um yeah, so just 30 years of that, right? And then I don't go on one fucking trip. I go to hell, and now but in the past, and sent letters and threatened people for me. And the thing is, my ex-husband's killed people for me. So this isn't really,
Jeremina. Can I stop you?
I was already stopped, honey. What's up?
No, I know. I waited for a lull to say something. Um, I know that I don't know if it's because you're scared of the past or because you have some sort of aversion to to the magic itself. Um, but you haven't gone back yet. You haven't traveled through time. Um, the first time, um, we experienced something. It was different. Um, Something that you don't get in reality, in your own reality. It's this feeling, sensation that when something isn't right, when you're going to do the damage that Mordenkainen fears that we could do on the timeline, it's like glass cracking at the corner of your eyes, the corner of your ears. And I just, if this person was passionate enough to convey a message through space and time in a way that presumably, and she'll like wave her hands, didn't cause anything strange or upsetting to happen. And you say that this person hasn't talked to you in 20, 30 years. She'll like shrug and will say, it's, that's quite a lot of credence to how much they care for you.
It's just it's new to me. I've never been pined over.
I'm sure you have.
Oh,
Maybe it didn't manifest in this exact way, but I'm sure you have.
no, Freya, come on. I mean, even you don't like being around me, right? It's
I don't like being around anyone, Jeremy. Don't use me as a barometer.
no, you like being around a person, but I mean, Siobhan, everyone likes being around Siobhan.
No, they don't.
Yes, I
You,
do.
no, they don't. She's very abrasive, and I get it.
Well, that's why I like Siobhan, and that's why I like being around her. She's abrasive, but she's so sweet.
True, but that's not what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of what we're talking about.
No, it's not. You're distracting from what it is you were talking about after I fairly well addressed what it was you were concerned about.
I mean, the idea that I could go back in time and have this, like you said, this barometer for when I know I'm doing wrong. But the thing is, every time I do something wrong, I know, right? Like I know, maybe yeah, it's not glass cracking, but I know, but I still do it. And then what if I open this letter and I read them and then I do the wrong thing anyways?
I mean, if they got here, I can't imagine that they would be harmful.
What if they're about how much she hates me secretly, actually?
I mean, if they are about how much she hates you, you have to be impressed with the sheer gall of sending such a thing through space and time that it needs to be respected. There's two separate things we're talking about, but if it's for love, it's impressive. If it's for hate, it is also impressive.
Well, Marty came back wearing her shirt.
What?
Yeah, her fucking shirt. I recognize raghead cotton. And I know the type of the make and the weaving style. She came back wearing her shirt.
I mean, there's any number of spells that can set certain articles of clothing alight, I guess.
What?
It's possible for your adventuring equipment to become damaged.
We're in the snow, Freya.
Snow? I haven't heard any of this.
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, they went to the spine of the world.
Oh, oh, that's snow.
Oh yeah, like deep snow. Luskin, so like right by it. Like used to take trips up to the spine of the world. It's a great place you should visit sometime. Not a
Yeah.
lot going on
Okay.
tourist
Great.
wise,
Yeah.
but like
I'll be
beautiful.
okay. Um. Uh. Perhaps her clothes became too waterlogged.
Oh, so like the artificer couldn't figure out something to dry.
Jeremy, I don't know. I'm a swordswoman. That's something you need to hash out
Howard
with
is also
Marty.
a swordswoman. And apparently, so is Marty.
I've never seen Marty wield a sword.
I'm trying not to think about it.
I mean, a short sword maybe, but like in a
It was.
manner that would be like just longer than a dagger. I think anything else might. We're not talking about.
No, we aren't talking about
Oh,
swords, honey. No, we are not. But I admire you willing to indulge that course of thinking and give me the benefit of the doubt. All right.
well, should we assume the worst?
Which I'm adept at.
That is something that you should take up with Marty.
Should I fuck her?
I'm not going to engage in any sort of guidance on that topic.
I mean, if Helgard wants to punch below the belt, I'll go for the ankles.
I don't know what that means, and honestly, contemplating it is making me very uncomfortable.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. First step, read the letters. Second step, kill Marty. No, we need Marty.
No,
Fuck.
don't do that. The war machine needs to run.
Yes, no, I forgot.
We also have to take the war machine to go see Zariel.
Well, Snape's been getting great at driving.
Look at him! And Sneap is sitting there with one of those like little tomatoes that is used as a pin cushion with the little like raspberry attached, and is taking a pin that looked kind of dull and running it through the sharpening raspberry. Like, come on, Jeremy, look at it. Look at it.
Okay, well, if Marty did do the worst thing possible, not much smarter than Snape, right? Um,
No, Snape was quite bright. He saved his own life by turning on his boss when he needed to. At which point, Snape would like take the needle out and like offer like a little bit of a salute and begin running it through the sharpener.
okay. Yeah, no, this is fine. We'll work it out. I won't do anything crazy. I'll think about it. I'll keep in mind what would Rhea do? I would
Thank
hide
you.
in my room. Fuck. Never mind. Okay, what would Siobhan? Nope. Maybe not the best. What would Silkes do?
Maybe start there. That's a good place to start.
Well, no, I just think Silkes would cut everybody out. Like just distance himself and then I mean Silkes just wouldn't be in this position, period.
It's why he's not with us now.
Yeah. What would Olin do? Oh,
Well,
Jeremina.
no, stop.
You should
Olin
read the letters.
Olin traveled through time, met the person that he was in love with, and stayed there. So, if you want to apply one to one here, what you should do is read those letters, think about what Olin would do, and apply that.
Oh, I guess he did do that.
And I think he did it a bit for his son too, which like he was a little old, in fairness, but like I guess your kid is still your kid.
I know you don't do hugs. Could I get a handshake?
Jeremy, you can get a hug. It's fine. And she'll plant both of her hands on the side of the bed she's sitting on to stand herself up, and will
Jermina goes for a hug. And she, I think, is very reserved and stoic about it, but is like shaking, like vibrating.
Rhea will give you a approximately 2 second long hug with a squeeze and then release.
Jermina will back up and she'll say, okay. So we're going to be staying in this room even though Siobhan's back, or like what's up with
May I?
that?
Well,
Yes.
There's there's been a soft series of knocks like down the hallway, trying to see what room everybody's in. um, and then once she reaches this room, is the door open or is the door closed?
I think it
I
was
think,
left open
yeah.
because Rhea basically, you knocked, she opened it, and then she basically was like, "Okay, come in," and spun the chair around and sat down. So I think it remained open. Rhea didn't have any intentions of closing the door.
Um, so there's like a soft knock at the doorway, and hello? Are you all good in here?
Yeah. Freya gave actually some sound advice. Um I'm gonna read the letters
I'm glad,
and not kill
actually.
Marty. Hey, did
I'm
Marty
glad about both those things.
did Marty
Very glad about that second thing. What?
hey, did Marty how did Marty get that shirt? Did her like clothes get fucked up? Like what's up with that? I thought I kind of did a really good job with her clothes and that they would be able to
Roll me
withstand
a
the
d20.
extreme. 2.
So there's context to this. Um, Part of the context, I don't think I can tell you, but not for the reason you think. Not for the reason you think. It was that Hildred asked Marty a question about you, and that led to a series of events that happened.
What?
You're gonna have to ask Marty about that. I don't feel like I
Wait,
am at
did
liberty to.
did Helgert ask if we smashed, or like what do you mean? That is what? How does that lead to getting a shirt?
You're gonna have to ask Marty about that one. I'm not at liberty to divulge the inner machination of either of their minds. Partly because Marty is here and now, and I don't even want to get inside Hilgrid's headspace, if I'm being quite honest with you.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna sit on that. I'm gonna read these letters. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna do what Olin would do. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take Sneep. He's my little guy now.
Yeah.
Rhea, Siobhan, sure you two have a lot to catch up on. Siobhan, cold weather, looks very good on you. You're both
Uh,
handsome young women.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jeremina.
Does Jacob look good in his clothes?
I didn't. I didn't see him very well, but from what I passed in the kitchen, they look like they suit him and fit him perfectly. As for the appearance of said clothing, I can't speak to that yet.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Um. Okay. I think Jeremina will walk over to Siobhan, like as she's passing out, and she'll hold Siobhan's shoulders, then give like, two very, like French cheek kisses, and then she'll hold
Siobhan leans in, indulging. Jeremina.
and um Jeremina will grab and hold Siobhan's face and look at her very firmly, dead on, and she'll say, I'm so happy to see you.
Happy to see you too, Mina. No, your hands are very hot on my face. I
I'm
think
so
I've got
sorry.
frostbite on my cheeks. I'm so sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Bye. 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 I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go read letters. I think that's fun. I think I'm gonna go do that. Love reading. I'm really good at reading. Sneap, come on, boy.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And she'll leave.
Before more scenes occur, does Marty or Jaco want to do anything?
Marty is talking with the Modrons about their wages.
The Great
Unionize
Order.
the Mojons.
The Great Order. The Great Order.
Mhm.
The Great Order.
So you guys are all for the Great Orderer.
The Great
Are your
Order.
needs taken care of?
The Great Order.
Uh-huh. Have you ever heard of unions? I feel like you guys would be into that.
The Great Order.
A union is a great order.
Great Order.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Anyways, it goes up there. Did you screw it in all the way?
The Great Order. And asking that question, you actually watch them carry the piece up to the Order inside the Tower of um, peel back the outside of the large sort of brass sphere that has sort of dominated the upper portion of the tower since you've ever walked in here, and slid the rod into place, at which point the orb sort of did almost like a spin, where it's sort of almost like recalculated on itself, and the modron sort of flapped backwards to give it space to do that. And after that, it's settled, and best you can tell, the work has been done.
This is overly intricate.
The Great Order.
Great order. EV3, let's go fix you up. Marty will head back towards the war machine to start fixing up all the giant dents that are currently in EV3.
Yeah.
Yeah, EV3 is pretty fucked up. So yeah, you do so, and Jeremy, I'm assuming you didn't make any changes to the war machine this time around.
No, I did. I had a lot of time.
A whole month. A little under a month.
Doilies everywhere. I think every inch is now covered in art. The mural she was making in the um like dining area is complete. And I think when I think Jeremina doesn't read the letters and is instead painting over Helgrid's face that she put in the mural. Um
Oh.
and but I mean, like, there's paintings everywhere. I think it's like just a lot of like floral geometric designs. Like there isn't a lot of art. But yeah, no, there's like doilies, blankets. It is a very lived in space. Very lived in. I think everyone's like bedroom door now does have a like a design. And I do think they now have like shitty kind of mailboxes. Um yeah. Oh, I think Ray and Siobhan's door is covered in horses.
That's adorable.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, most important thing. Most important thing.
Most important thing.
They have a sailcloth now.
Ooh.
Um,
That is a very important thing.
That's very nice.
yeah. So now we have a sail, and I do think there's like a flag.
What's on the flag?
The 9 circles of hell.
Right? No, it's just like a devilishly laughing mask. Very
Mm,
simple.
Um, Jeremina, over the course of doing a lot of that work, you would have noticed Chukka and Clunk coming and going inside of the war machine as well.
They also got new clothes.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's like fancy suits, but
Yes.
it, but
Absolutely.
but there's no underpinnings. It's literally just like fancy suit and a dickie. Like that's it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
fair enough.
Jermina's like, you guys are constantly working.
We gotta
You
dress you
deserve
up.
to look fresh.
Give the birds some drip.
All right, fair enough. So, Marty, you were able to go back to the war machine, witnessing all that has been done as Fish just described, and set to work repairing EV3. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
Um, has the shirt moved from where she put it on her work table?
No.
Marty will put it off to the side and will sit down. We'll have EV3 like sit down on its stool, and she'll like look at it for a long time, and we'll sigh and start getting to work. Yes, Fish.
Hey Marty, just checking in real quick. I know that when
Oh,
you
hi.
came in, it was kind of tense. Quick question, just curious, just wondering. Um, just a funny question. Um, feel free to answer. If you don't, it's up to you. Did you stoop Helgrid?
Yep.
Okay. Rate it.
Hi. She thinks of you.
No, how was it?
Oh. Hmm. It wasn't the best I've had, but
Does that honor belong to the tiefling woman from the wizarding school thing?
absolutely not. Uh,
And what's her name?
Byres was her name. Byres Ekmenos.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Keiko's
Um,
not there, right? I don't think so.
God, what a way for reality to shatter! My God.
What a way for Jaco's reality to shatter.
No, I would like to clarify, Mark. You're back in time, which means that reality can break
Yeah,
only for Jaco.
pretty much.
only for Jaco. Um, but no, it wasn't bad. It's also been a while, which I think is probably affecting my rating scale. But no, she was good. very obedient.
Thanks. I didn't need to know all
Yeah,
that.
no, I
Okay.
regretted that as soon as I
Um,
said it. Sorry, I was looking for the word like I was looking for a different word. I apologize.
okay, well, congratulations. Um,
Uh, the shirt is actually for you.
so why were you wearing it?
What had happened is that she had wanted it back, and I had said, based on the how your reading of the letters went, you might steal it from me anyways. And she said I should keep it.
Interesting. Okay, thank you. You can return back to your business, EV-3. Always good to see you. Bye.
Is this right? Sorry, one question.
I asked you an invasive question. You can ask me an invasive question. You get one.
Is that the reason why I keep on asking to borrow EV3? Because, like,
Yes.
tall? Okay.
They're almost the same build.
Hmm.
The shirt could probably fit EV-3.
Hmm. That makes sense. If this is a very awkward situation.
Is it? I feel fine.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know how terrible I could make that Draxel's boat go. It is very hard to put Draxel in the hot seat. I could put him on the hot seat and on his back foot and not feel a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't me threatening you. It's just I'm just impervious to awkward situations like
You know, that's
this.
fair.
Well,
Well, if you ever want to talk about it, let me know. Not about her, that.
thank you, Martha Rose Turnig. I will keep that in mind.
No, that's not what I
I'm gonna
meant.
go think about how tantalizingly close to River Styx is.
No,
Bye.
but I'm also thinking about that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's all right. Well,
Oh my god,
don't
beach party.
maybe don't steal my ideas after you stole my ex. Maybe, possibly, just saying. Great idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Yeah. Bye. Deuces. See you soon.
Also, you
Great to
can't
have you
borrow
back, though.
EV. Yes, it's actually really lovely being back,
Yeah.
despite being in hell. You probably won't be able to borrow EV3 for a little bit because it's real banged up.
Whoa.
This is like the 34th worst day of my life.
Mm-hmm. I'm really sorry to say this after this entire conversation, but if you can't get to sleep without like having someone around, I am okay doing a slumber party. That's fine by me.
I'll keep it in mind.
Just saying, please leave.
Yep. Yep. Gonna do that. All right. Goodbye. Jeremy will leave. And then I think as she's leaving, there's just like a meaty thunk as she like trips on one of the doilies she set out on the floor. Um, that's it.
Phenomenal. Um, do we want to take a quick break before we resolve everything else and close out the episode? Mostly because I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm
we can
ready.
do that. I also need a pee.
Please.
Blessed.
All right, we will be right back. not there. He doesn't know.
Hope you didn't touch that dial. We're back to lesbians.
And Jaco. And Jaco.
Oh wow!
Except this
Thanks, Mars. What stunning reporting coming out from the western part of the state. We do appreciate that. Yeah. And now back to Dice and Dynamics with the lesbians. Yes. So, anyways, last we left our heroes, they had been brought back through space and time to the Tower of in Avernus in our present, and met back up with Jeremina, who was in the midst of um, put beginning placing finesse on some outfits for a meeting with the Archduke of the First Lair of Hell, Zariel. Um, there was drama. Mordenkainen was in humorous underpants. Um, there was wisdom exchanged between Jeremina and Rhea, and now we pick back up um, with all of that done. And what scenes do we have left in the house? I know Mars had one. Does anybody else have anything else they want to cover before we close out?
Mm-mm.
All right,
I'm all
Mars,
good.
you have the floor.
Oh dear lord. Fish, stop. Mark, where's your zoom? You have a more practical and dramatic way of doing this.
I got this. Hold on. I got it.
Are we all just doing terrible?
I'm waiting for Mark to do the zoom. There we go. Okay.
Perfect. Love it.
Siobhan is going to, at current, lean against the wall across from where Rhea is sitting on the bed. And she's quiet for a moment before she just says, "So, 4 weeks, huh?"
Yeah. Yeah. 4 weeks.
And in between that, how did the invite to Zariel happen?
So, um, got a knock on the door. It's a little imp fellow wearing a messenger hat, and brought 2 invitations. One for all of us, and one for the Lady of the Brambles.
Yeah, I did hear about that one. Mordekainen was lamenting the fact that Lady the Brambles didn't have the +1 option on her invitation.
Probably for the best. They should spend a bit of time apart, if I'm honest. They've been spending a lot of time together.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how? It's less about, oh, how you've been holding up, and more, how have you been holding up?
I'm glad they're happy, I guess.
And, back to the original, how have you been holding up?
Pretty, pretty good. No complaints. Um, go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh, no. This can't keep happening. All right. 11.
Okay. One more than what you needed. Uh, Rhea will like pop up off the off the bed and sort of like beckon you inside. And we'll go ahead and close the door on the other side if you choose to step in.
She does.
Okay. We'll shut the door and say, uh, uh, good. Just decided to use the climate controlled, uh, the climate controlled nature of the tower to uh, work on it.
Work on what?
She'll hold her hand out in front of your face, and then like you'll see it like flex a little bit, and what you see is the effect of in between each of her knuckles. You'll just see like a bit of hair, like grow, like little tufts of hair grow. It's clearly related to the werewolf bite.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be suggesting that she's working on some level of control of it, and what she has managed is making hair grow on her hands.
It makes Siobhan like laugh a little bit. She goes, "That's cute," but it does mean that you are proper bitten, don't it?
Yep. I figured I would be. So better now than ever when there's no moon.
Better to try and get a hold on it, yeah. Rhea?
Yeah.
I I don't I have to fucking minimize Discord. I can't stand y'all.
I'm also like operating on like I am looking this way, which is my non-Discord screen.
I don't I just went through the experience of what it's like when two people don't talk to each other. And I want to say that no matter. Oh my fucking god.
But
To say you're like home would be incorrect. Because home's already a distinct feeling for me. But I think you feel like a new version of it for me. And you don't have to respond. You don't have to say anything right now or ever. But I want you to know that. If anything should happen to either of us, I don't want how I feel to be a question for either of us. That's all.
she hugs you, just embraces you, Sort of just like gives you a full gripped hug, um, but doesn't say anything.
Siobhan is returning it, just like a very firm, tight hug, um, hiding her face in Rhea's shoulder.
Yeah, she tucks her head in as well into the hug. And once an appropriate amount of time has elapsed and she begins to release the hug, she'll just say, home is still kind of chained to Avernus. Weird metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Did you know this lady judged us for eating our horses?
When I arrived in El Toro, I was hoping, hoping you all ate Fellow. I could only imagine. You all needed the food.
That's what I was trying to tell her. But no, apparently the people of Elturel are replaceable.
Marty slept with this woman?
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
They cooked afterwards. I got there.
Ridiculous.
Oh goodness gracious. Listen, I was supportive of it the night of, then the next day when she came in and made it sound like it was like an option, like I made that choice willingly. I was like, no, I can't, no.
Was she like suggesting that you engage in like cannibalism over
That's what
like
I'm saying. I asked her that and she said, not necessarily. That's like that's what you're saying. She's like, there's other options. What other options were
what
there?
create food and water doesn't have any nutritional value to the best of my ability, and I believe there was only one cleric in the entirety of Elturel that could do it. Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah. There's like another beat of silence. Thank you, Rhea.
No, no problem. Do you want to stay?
Yeah, I think I do.
Cool. And that's where we'll leave tonight's session. So,
I fucking damn.
with that, as we leave our heroes, they have been invited to a formal dinner for the Archduke Zariel in remembrance, RIP, of the great warband leader Raga Draga, and also as a part of this ball, this event will be filling Raga Draga's stead,
Oh
making
shit.
the warband of Avernus, of Elturel, whole once again. And the party will need to do a little bit of travel to find Zariel's flying war machine that will be the hosting or the location in which the event will happen. So it will be there where we will pick up next week for another great episode of Dice and Dynamics. This was a good.
This was great. Yes,
The
please.
Henry
amazing.
Kissinger is dead.
Oh yeah,
Henry Kissinger is
And
dead.
Henry Kissinger's fucking dead.
yeah. And guess what? Dick Cheney's next. Let's get him, boys.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's go. Night, everybody.
All right,
Good
everybody have a good
night.
night. See you
Good
next week.
Night.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah.